Good cup. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take a sip of my tea.
Oh, yes. Well, exactly. So welcome to Wake Up Real Estate. This is episode number 1. You get to follow along with Ryan and I as we act like goofballs, share fun stuff about what's going on in the real estate industry, share things that you can use to get more business, whether it's to grow your database, to nurture your database, or for example, today, Ryan's going to give us a social media post of the day. I'll be sharing a great text script that I sent out this weekend that generated a lot of opportunities, a lot of engagements, conversations, etc. We're going to have a giveaway every day for rewarding participation, lots of good stuff. So you can follow along with us. As you can see, you can subscribe and follow us on your favorite platform. And for the show replays, links, resources, etc., you can subscribe for free at wakeup.realestate.
www.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So Ryan, we're going to kick it off. Actually, each and every day, just very transparently, because if we get you commenting, the algorithms show us some love. So we're going to bribe you every day to comment, but specifically to keep score. And Ryan came up with a great idea of how we can actually reward you, A, for doing the things that B, will get you more business, and do so in a fun way that also will help us and lift our algorithmic data. So, Ryan, why don't you break it down and let people know how they can comment below with their scoreboard? And I think on Mondays, we'll have to do the weekend, right? Like what their score was for Saturday and Sunday this past weekend.
Yeah.
And
so do I have this? Do you have the screen there?
You know what? Oh, whoops. Add to stream. And there we go. As you can see, we're still figuring it out. There we go.
We're getting in the flow here. Episode 1.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have this little daily scorecard sheet here, and pretty simple. You're going to comment down below. It doesn't have to be exact, but if you get a new lead, I made a mistake here. This is supposed to be 10. New leads are 5 points. So for every new lead you got yesterday, if you generated 10 new leads, it's 50. Any conversations with leads is 10 points. So if you had a text interaction or a phone call, any face-to-face appointments are 20 points. So buyer agency appointment, listing appointment, you met somebody on Zoom at a coffee shop, whatever. And then if you had a closing, it's 100 points. And this may evolve over time. And just comment down below. Just give us a rough idea of how many points you got this weekend.
It doesn't have to be spot on, but at least it will get you thinking about the right stuff, because what you focus on expands. And if you focus on these things, actually, if you focus on the first 3, number 4 will happen naturally, right? If you keep growing your database, get into conversation with people in there, and get those face-to-face appointments. Unless you really need some help, and we can explore that. Unless that is the case, you should be closing on real estate. You should be doing transactions if you're doing those first 3 things. And I'll share. I don't know. I have to look up the new lead, but I know that from the text script that I'm going to share later on today's episode, that alone generated 7 or 8 conversations with leads this weekend.
Yeah, I probably got 2 leads. That's it. I was at a soccer tournament. I did nothing, but then as part of this, you can see here, we'll pick one commenter every day, and we'll just add $20 to your Thanks.io account. Some of you may know I'm a co-founder of Thanks.io, so. One random commenter, and we'll announce that tomorrow, right, Josh? Every day we'll start.
That's right. So we'll announce today's winner tomorrow on our Tuesday episode number 2. So go ahead and comment below, whether you're watching this live or you're watching it after the fact. You have time to win, because we will pick a random commenter on tomorrow's episode, and you will get, how much was it, Ryan? $20?
Yeah, $20.
$20 in credits on Thanks.io, which is pretty cool of Ryan to offer that up for us all.
So that's the daily scorecard. Next thing we're going to do today, let me fix my sheets here. We're going to get a little bit geeky. We're going to put some charts up. I don't see people talk about this a lot. just really what's going on from a macro perspective. And just give me a second to fix this. Where's my real estate section? And we're going to look at kind of what's going on in the real estate world, macroeconomics wise, just for a minute. So this is a gobbledygook of a chart here. And what I have up is the US 10-year Treasury note. And basically, as that bad boy goes up, what happens, Josh? Quiz.
I don't know. You tell me. You're way smarter at this than I. So,
well,
here's what I was expecting to happen. You were going to say a bunch of things, and I was going to say, for the layperson like me, what does that mean?
Yeah. If these bars right here go up and the Treasury note's getting higher, mortgage rates are going higher.
There you go. Okay.
Isn't too exciting for us here on this show, right? We don't really want that happening.
Although there's always opportunity.
There's opportunities in that too. So over the last, I have an hour chart up here. Over the last few days, it spiked. On Friday, the dollar index spiked. You don't have to get into the gobbledygook, but basically mortgage rates are going higher. Now, how you guys can use this information is let your audience know, your database. You can always send an email, maybe once a week, let them know, just take what we talk about here in terms of this stuff and just send them a quick email. Say, hey, mortgage rates are going up. Now might be a good time before they spike even higher. To sell or to buy, whatever.
Yep.
We'll also, we won't do this today, but there are some, Zillow stock, EXP stock. We might get into some of the more common real estate stocks in further episodes. But for today, just know that there's a little bit of a spike going on in the 10-year and mortgage interest rates might go up. And what are interest rates right now, Josh? I need to look.
Yeah, I mean, it depends a lot on the program and so forth, but, floating in this, low 6-ish.
Low 6, yeah. I actually have we'll bring up the widget here. Yeah, 30-year fixed. And this is just a more 6.09. So
yeah,
that's where they're at right now, guys.
Right on.
So that's that, Josh. You want to head on over and do this social post of the day? And I guess since it's the first episode, I should talk about kind of what that is.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, so this social post of the day is something I've been doing for a while. Josh has done it. We may have been doing this back in the Reticulous days way back. But the idea is that if you could just take something going on in the local real estate market and just post it to your socials, even if it's just Facebook, whatever your main social channel is. And if you can do this consistently, every weekday, every day, 7 days a week, it's just a great way to remind people that you're in the business, whether or not it generates a direct lead. You're going to have hundreds of friends, maybe thousands of friends on Facebook, for example. You post this every day, 20 of them see it out of the corner of their eye, and it just reinforces the idea that, hey, Josh Schoenly's in real estate, I should send him my business. So doing this, coming up with the content for this really isn't hard. My kind of default, you have two ways to go. You can post stuff about news, like we just talked about, the 10-year, Treasury going up, and get kind of technical there. Or you could just head on over to your website. I'll go to mine, foreverfloridarealestate.com. And you can use your IDX, your MLS data, that we all have a site that has IDX data flowing through it. And you can just kind of play with it and segment it out. So if I come here and I'll take my town, take St. Pete, Florida here, and I'll just sort it from highest to lowest. And this looks like a commercial listing, but today, just to keep this really simple, I'm just going to post the highest price residential home on the market today.
Yeah.
That's all. Just really simply. So I'll just take my little screen capture. You can do this any way you want. I'm just going to save this to my thing right here. A lot of our websites, you can just kind of share this with one click. I like to manually post the picture for reasons of the algorithm, Josh. I'll click over to this listing. I'll just copy out of my browser window, and then let's head on over to Facebook. I think people are going to see our chat if I pull up Facebook. This is the stuff here. That's why I don't like Facebook, Josh. I'm just going to pull up all the weird things we're talking about, you and I. Here we go. All right. And then I will go right and do a Facebook post. I assume everybody watching knows how to do this. And I'm simply going to Control V. It'll bring up the preview. I said, Josh, that I like to manually post the image. I think that Facebook likes actual images. I don't know what your take is on that.
No, I agree 100%. My experience also is that when you use an image versus the preview and a link, you're more likely to get more organic activity, because even though you've got the link in the description or in the text part of it, the image is natively hosted to Facebook. right?
Yep.
And Facebook wants to keep people on Facebook because that's how Facebook makes money, right? So you're making it easier to keep people there, and people like looking at images. So it also to your friends, it seems like less of an advertisement or less of a pitch or whatever. It's just something cool you're sharing, right? And I think this is pretty fun and interesting. Everybody likes looking at real estate, and who wouldn't want to see what $11.5 million will buy you in the Tampa St. Pete area?
Yep. So that's what I'm doing. Usually I just do like property link of the day, say what it is, the highest price residential home for sale in St. Pete. If you want to buy, and then here's my call to action. If you want to buy this one or one in a little bit lower price range, shoot me a message, right? Simple stuff. And then it has the link for picks and price equals something like that.
Yep.
And you can see this effort, Josh and I are talking as we're doing it, but this doesn't need to take you more than 2 minutes every day.
Nope.
At all. So put it on your calendar. If you use Google Calendar or Outlook, just a recurring appointment, property list of the day, whenever you're checking your email in the morning, fire this out. You can have an assistant do this, right, Josh?
Yep, totally.
Anybody can do this for you. And what we'll do on these episodes, in further episodes, I'll probably just show me doing mine, or Josh will show him doing his, and you can just copy our ideas from day to day.
Exactly. So actionable, one of the main things we want to do with this show is to give you things that you can do, actions you can take every day, so that when you post tomorrow, your scoreboard, it's better than today, which somebody had 3 new leads. That's 15 points, and 4 conversations. That's 40 points. That's 55 points. George asked, do you leave the link or take it off? Yes, leave the link in the description, but you don't want to do the preview where it's the image and the link in there, right? So as you can see here, this is just a photo post where the link is in the description if somebody wants to go and check out more. Another great question. Are you placing it on your business page? I was just going to say that. Post it everywhere.
Yeah.
Your personal profile, your business page, your Twitter, your Instagram. Although if you do it on Instagram, you're going to want to note DM me for the link for
the price, pictures.
DM me for the price and photos, right? Because links aren't active on Instagram. You can post it on LinkedIn. You can post it on your Google business listing. I think they're changing the name of that again. I need to do some legwork on that. Post it anywhere that you have a social account. You never know who may be looking and following you on that platform. And this is super easy.
And turning this into a video, I think maybe tomorrow or one day this week, Josh, I'll show how to make this like a TikTok or a Reels or something. Because you can quickly just use a screencasting software and make this a quick little TikTok video or something.
Totally.
Yeah.
I love that. So everybody has, if nothing else, from today's episode, go ahead and do this. Find the highest priced residential property in your market and just post it on your page. And if you follow me on socials, I'm going to do it after our session here, just as something fun to get some opportunities coming my way as well.
So what we have next, Josh? Maybe you can take the screen over.
Yeah, let me grab the screen here. And so what I want to take a minute here to talk about, and we're probably going to have one of these little mortgage minutes each and every day, because let's face it, especially in a market like we're in right now, where things are getting more difficult, things are getting tighter, rates are going up, and transactions are projected to drop significantly this year versus the last few years. By being better educated about options that are available for your clients and maybe even yourself if you're buying real estate, we want to talk about different things that are available. So very briefly today, I just wanted to talk about non-QM. And in fact, this is probably going to be a recurring theme on our Mortgage Minute, is non-QM mortgages or financing. Non-QM simply means it's not conforming, right? It's outside of the government-backed types of products like FHA, USDA, VA, things of that nature. And non-QM is great for self-employed borrowers or business owners, They're great for real estate investors. And it's really anything that just falls outside of the norm. And with the company that we work with, Nexa Mortgage, we have availability to just an endless number of non-QM products. And I thought I would just highlight one in particular today to get your reticular activating system going and see if you can maybe find some opportunity in your market that you weren't catering to. So this is just a screenshot from one of the lenders that we work with, literally that came in this morning. It's called their P&L program. So it's a profit and loss statement program. And so if you've got a self-employed borrower or a business owner in your market, as long as they have recent 12 months P&L statements that are prepared by a bookkeeper, tax preparer, or CPA, right? It's not just a Google sheet that they made up. They can borrow up to 80%, loans up to 1.5 million. It could be a primary residence, a second home, or investment properties. Credit score down to 660, and unlimited cash in hand for cash out refinance. Okay, as long as it fits the LTV criteria. Okay, so that's just one example of a non-QM product that is out there. And if you want to, if you'd like to discuss what other programs or this specific non-QM product, or how you can utilize non-QM special financing options to get more business, you can just schedule a time to chat with me. It's right here with me, but it's josh15.com, josh15.com. So that's our Mortgage Minute today, non-QM. We've got some great stuff coming later this week on the Mortgage Minute as well. And occasionally on these Wake Up Real Estate episodes, we're going to bring on account executives or other mortgage professionals so you can become better educated about what's out there and you can serve more clients, especially in this contracting market.
Josh, I'm looking forward to leading more, and I think this is going to transition to what you're going to talk about this, but leading more with the financing as a sort of lead generation hook, because you can 100%. Take these programs and generate business around them.
100%, absolutely. Because when you're making people aware that, here's the thing: when you know about programs like this, you can alert the market that they can buy, even if they don't realize they can buy, right? There are many self-employed folks and local business owners in your market that don't know these programs exist. And they may have a limiting belief about whether or not they can buy, whether it is a primary residence or a second home, or add to their investment portfolio. Maybe they already own investment properties. They would like to buy more, but they don't even realize they can.
I used
the connector.
Well, about 2 years ago, my wife and I used a non-QM kind of investor mortgage and we have an Airbnb now that, we weren't thinking about it, but the guy who did the loan for us brought it to me and said, you should try this. And I'm like, we're not really in the market, but you start looking, that investment using that financing program will have profound impact on our retirement.
Totally. And now with how our market has shifted so quickly, you can, there's the ability to negotiate as a buyer more so than there was 6, 9, 12, 18 months ago. So you can negotiate on price, you can negotiate on terms, or even getting some seller credit, things of that nature. And so to take advantage of that as an investor, we're in that.
These close a little faster, don't they? In a lot of cases.
They do, as long as most cases they are, they close as fast as the buyer can provide the documentation necessary.
But there's less documentation in a lot of cases.
Yes, totally. 100%. Yep. 100%. And I will also say that, one of the reasons why I love the company that we work with on the mortgage side is whether they are conforming products or non-QM products, we can close and be clear to close in many cases in 12 to 14 days. 12 to 14 days. In fact, we've had a number of instances recently where the clear to close came before we could actually settle because we were waiting on, title work from the county or something like that.
Insurance.
So it definitely a lot different than the typical experience that I've had on that side. Okay, so that's our mortgage minute for today. Now I want to pivot to something that I teased a little bit earlier on the episode here, which is a text message that I sent out on Saturday morning that generated me something like 7 or 8 conversations, and Mike may even be able to correct me. It probably was more than that at this point. And I want to share it so that you can R&D, you can rip off and duplicate in your business if you so choose. So here is a screenshot of the text message. This text message was sent in my kvCore CRM. And this is my listing. Okay, this was my listing, which doesn't have to be your listing to R&D this idea, but it just so happened that this is my listing, and it's one that has gotten a little stale, if I'm being honest. We priced it very aggressively. We tried to get creative in doing that, offering a seller credit, but we priced it that way not because I'll probably get some feedback and comments, like, well, you gotta educate your sellers on pricing strategy. Believe me, I did. But ultimately it's their choice where to start and them trying to figure out what they need from it, etc. Anyway, all rambling aside, we have now had a pretty significant price reduction and even still have not had the amount of activity that I would like. So I simply pulled up my listing in kvCore. I clicked on the matching buyers button right in there, and I sent this text message out to everyone that showed up under the matching buyers. And this image and this link, all you have to do is click a couple of buttons in there in kvCore, and it will include that. And as you can see, Morning Carol, this was again sent Saturday morning. Who do you know that might be interested in this listing in South Middleton Township? I'm not asking them, hey, would you like to come see this property today? Or, are you ready to buy this home? I asked them in a way where they could go and think about, who do they know? And if it's them, they're obviously going to respond, but I increase the likelihood of them responding one way or another. And the link here just went to the page specific for this listing. And we got tons of activity, a number of conversations. We also had a bunch of people that unsubscribed, and that's fine too, because, we weren't going to be able to work with them anyway, right? If they're unsubscribing to a text message like this, we probably weren't going to do business together either way. But this is something that you can use in your market, whether it's your own listing, an office listing, or get permission from the listing agent of a property where maybe they've had a price reduction or multiple price reductions, or maybe it just hit the market. Whatever the case may be, there's any number of ways that you can spin it into being able to use this. Or you could even use Ryan's social media post, send out the most expensive listing, and send it kind of tongue in cheek. Who do you know that might be interested in this $11.5 million waterfront property here in St. Pete, right? Who knows, right?
Send this to your rich uncle, please.
Yeah, exactly. Send it to Uncle Tom, TB12. Anyway, so that is a little text script that you can take and utilize here to get some conversations going and uncover some opportunities.
Just to reiterate, in kvCore, I could show it. I brought it up on my screen, but you just go to listings, you bring up the listing, and you look for matching buyers.
Exactly. Yeah. And for those that have kvCore, I'll take a second here. Or Ryan, did you say you have yours pulled up?
I have it open if you want to pop my screen back up.
Yeah, go ahead. Here, we'll switch to Ryan. Ryan's already got it pulled up. Just for those of you that have kvCore, you might as well be able to replicate it.
Yeah, I haven't done this in a minute. So I'm in listings, right? We'll go to company listings, I guess, just to bring one up. Go into the listing, and then you click the matching buyers right here. Is that what you did?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. What's up, Lance?
Exactly.
And then so then you just check these all right here, and then you click the mass text or mass email.
Yep.
Pretty straightforward. So go to the listing and click matching buyers.
Now, if you don't have kvCore and you don't have that functionality, find some way to do it. You could even take this idea, and that could be your social media post today. It's same thing. It's a picture of the property. It's a link to the listing, and whether it's on in your MLS or whatever your IDX is, and you simply say, who do you know that might be interested in my listing in South Middleton Township?
Yeah, tag them. If you know somebody who might be interested in this, tag them in the comments below.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. All right. Before we wrap up and tease a little bit, some shameless plugs and bribes. Jennifer asks, are these programs available in all states? I'm in Missouri. Jennifer's talking about non-QM, and the answer is yes. Now, not every product is available in every state, but every state has non-QM products available. And not only that, Jennifer, but depending on the situation, it may not even be a non-QM. We may look at a business funding or business line of credit, depending on what the self-employed borrower or business owner is looking to do. I would be more than happy to chat with you, Jennifer. I'm trying to think. Yes, our mortgage team is actually live in Missouri as well. So we could directly help you. And even if we can't, if you're in a state where we're not, our mortgage team isn't live, we'll get you connected with who may be able to help, or let you know about which direct lenders, non-QM lenders, are available. You can reach out to your mortgage broker of choice, and maybe they can put something together for you. So really good stuff. Lance says ridiculous score equals 1. Yeah, I don't know, Lance. I'm pretty excited to be back in the saddle here with Ryan, and we've got some fun stuff planned for this show. So to come in for a landing here, let me share my screen again and just let you know about what you can expect. Oh, you know what? I forgot something. Our Monday motivation. So before we tease what else is coming for you this week, I want to share this quote from Don Mattingly. And just a little context here. I've got 4 kids. Ryan's an underachiever. He only has 3. I've got 4 kids, and every morning I text my boys. I have 2 boys. They're my oldest. They both have a phone. I text them. And then my girls are younger. They have Facebook Kids Messenger. And I send them every morning something like this. And very transparently, I'm trying to positively brainwash them. So
my kids, I would never hear the end of it, but I'm going to do this to my kids. This is brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm going to catch so much from my teenagers for doing this, but I'm starting tomorrow.
No, I often, or most often, there's no context, no anything. I just send them something along these lines. And this is what I sent them this morning. This is from Don Mattingly, great first baseman for the New York Yankees back in the 80s. Somehow is not in the Hall of Fame, although Scott Rowland is. That's a topic for a different podcast. The quote is this: that lack of fear, or the lack of fear of screwing up, allows you to just grow and get better, to take chances. Not be afraid to make a mistake. Just work, learn from it, and move on. Okay. Getting rid of the fear of failure. Okay. So if you go and post the social media post today and you have a misspelling or your grammar's off, who cares? Learn from it and you'll be better on tomorrow's, right? Get rid of that fear of failure or that fear of screwing up or making a mistake, and understand that you either win or you learn. You either win or you learn. And either way, you're getting better. Either way, you're getting better. So good stuff from Don Mattingly on a Monday for us all. Okay, here's what is coming up later on this week with Wake Up Real Estate. Tomorrow is Texting Tuesday. And if you've been following me for any length of time, I've been doing Texting Tuesday lives for over 2 years now. And so we're going to share another text script. Specifically, I call it the golden letter text and email script, and how you can use that along with our social media post of the day, our mortgage minute, and news, mortgage news, etc. Later this week, we're going to talk about and give you some simple ways that you can serve local business owners and self-employed folks and get paid even if they don't buy a property with you. Okay. So I want to show you, especially as transactions are contracting and the market is slowing, you need more ways to help and serve folks in your community and be compensated to do so. And so we're going to talk about that. I've got some tech tips to share on Thursday. If you can't tell, I like alliterations, even though technically that one isn't one. And then Free Lead Friday. I have a cool strategy I want to share on Friday with you all to identify and connect with some free leads. So once again, as we wrap up, be sure to, what's that?
Yeah. I'll take another sip of my tea.
Yep. Right. Be sure you and Lance shared his scoreboard below. Make sure you comment below with your daily score. It is 5 points for new leads. It is 10 points for conversations. It is 20 points if you had an in-person appointment, which includes Zoom, because it's face-to-face, and 100 points for a closing. Now, if you had a closing on Saturday and Sunday, good for you. I don't know how, but that's from the last few days. And if you do enough of the first 3 things, number 4 is going to happen naturally. George says, great ideas. Thank you for sharing. Lance shared that he's got 15 points as well. So good on that.
And guys, just let us know. Let us know this is our first episode. Any feedback you want to give? What do you think? Do you like the time? We're probably going to do this around 10 a.m. for now. You like the time of day, and yeah, let us know if you want us to talk about anything in particular related to lead generation or mortgage products, whatever.
So when you subscribe at wakeup.realestate, you will get each show. We're going to timestamp the different parts of the show, right? The different sections of the show or topics from the show, any additional resources, links, etc. And remember, when you share or comment below your score tomorrow, Ryan, we will pick a winner, and Ryan will give you $20 in free credits to thanks.io. If you don't know what that is, go and check it out. It's really cool and something that we use, all the time. You know what? The Lucas ladies, Angie, she said, "Dang, I had a closing on Friday." You know what? Just throw it in there. We'll count it. We're not gonna discredit any of that. In fact, you know what? We have to count Friday because
we do.
Won't be able to share their Friday score. So check that. Your score is from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Monday's point totals should be a little bit higher versus the rest of the week in most cases. So go ahead and share your point total below. We'll be back around the same time tomorrow morning, streaming on all your favorite sessions. Mike Keene says, loved it. We thank you for that. Appreciate that. And Ryan and I are excited. We hope you are as well. Hope to see you tomorrow. And in the meantime, take action and implement what we shared here today, the social post, the text script, and I would love to chat with you about non-QM or anything as it relates to the mortgage side. You can schedule a time at josh15.com. I will stop rambling now. We'll see you tomorrow. Ryan, thank you very much.
See you, man. Bye.